guys, welcome to episode 36 of the Knit Now Swatch Later podcast. My name is Courtney. This is a knitting podcast where I talk about all of my knitting, crocheting, sewing, and whatever other adventures I have embarked on in the last couple of weeks. Today is Wednesday, March 17th, 2021, and I'm coming to you from Pennsylvania, where I live with my husband and our 2 dogs and 2 cats. You can find me on Instagram as Knit Now Swatch Later and on Ravelry as Pup. We also have a Ravelry group for this podcast, which you can find in the links down below. And anything else that I talk about in this episode, including shops and project pages, are also found in the links down below. So I have one finished object to share with you guys today. I have a bunch of whips as per usual, and I also have quite a few acquisitions and books to talk about. So I'm just going to get started with my finished object. This is the Musselburgh hat by Isolde Teague. This is the hat that has been blowing up in the knitting community. So I wasn't planning on making one, but then I really wanted to cast on a hat. I tried casting on a different hat and that did not go so good. So I asked my husband if he would wear this hat and he said yes. So I used Yarn Bee Soft and Sleek DK in the colorways Cedar and Pretty and Peacock for the blue. I did the black first. He wanted a black hat with a blue inside, but since this is the first time that I've knit this pattern, I did not underestimated where halfway was. So he's just gonna have to deal with that. But you just tuck the one side of the hat up into the other, and there we go. So it can either have a blue stripe on the bottom or it can be blue. So it was a pretty quick knit. It took me about maybe two and a half weeks to knit, I think. So yeah, not too bad. I used a size, I have to look at my project page. I think I used a size 4, a US size 4 ChowGoo circular needle, which I don't know what that is in millimeters, but again, all of the information is on my project pages linked down below. So yeah, I think he'll be looking forward to getting to wear that. Next up, I have in one of my book bags. This is the Alice in Wonderland bag from the Mystery Bag Collection. These are all out. I am not selling any more of this bag. So I will show you guys the inside, which I love. It's just this adorable Alice pattern, but it's not like Disney Alice. I don't know. But I really like it. And it's pretty roomy. I have this whole sweater shoved in there. Here is my Felix pullover. I did not move my Progress Keeper after the last episode of the podcast, so that's where it was 2 episodes ago. But I finished the sleeve, I bound off, and then last night I picked up from where I left off and have about this much progress. So hopefully there is a finished sweater in my near future, but we all know how I get super distracted by new things, so we shall see. But I'm moving my Progress Keeper up right now so I don't forget. So there we go. And I love this Progress Keeper so much. It's the March hare in a teacup. This is one of the Progress Keepers that came with the mystery set. So some people got them, some people didn't. They were all different, which was the fun of the mystery collection. But yeah, it's getting a little bit more difficult to fit this whole thing in here, but I mean, with some smushing around, it does all fit, and it does zip. I haven't had any problems with my sweater getting caught in the zipper, so yeah, these are pretty good size project bags. I think the whole thing will fit in here, so I'm gonna try. To do that. But anyway, moving on to the next project, which is in another one of my project bags. This is the floral one that I believe is sold out. This one was really popular. So I have, actually I'll show you guys this one first. So this one is almost done. I had the flowers all attached. I couldn't attach the flowers myself because of my hands, and they just weren't looking right, so I took them over to my mom's house and she sewed the flowers on for me, so thanks, Mom. I have another one coming for you soon. But yeah, so I just need to sew on the horns up here, and there's like a little tuft of hair that goes up there, and then that one's all finished. And then for this one, I lost the hook somewhere, but I have the head. We're almost done. I need to put the safety eyes. Need to put in the safety eyes and then some stuffing, finish off the head, and yeah. So these are coming along slowly but surely. I'm just hoping that if I just keep showing you guys every week that eventually I will be motivated to work on them and finish them, but it's not working super great so far. But what can you do? Right, so next up I have in my little sock bag that I have been loving lately, I have my winter hike socks by Twin Stitches Designs. It's Julianne Knitter on Instagram. Here is the leg, and then I have the heel finished, and I love how well this yarn coordinates with this yarn. So this is why can't I think of it? This is Sweet Sparrow in her House Wren color, or House Wren base, and the colorway is Kissed by Fire. And then this, for the heel, is Hey Sister Yarn Company in the colorway Patina. I believe the base is Eloncy, but I'm not sure. Again, everything is in my project pages linked below. But I think that they go together perfectly. The gray in the heel is like exactly the same as the gray in the stripes. So this is coming along slower than I would like, but it is coming along. So that is my March sock. And then next up, I cast on a new project because I have no self-control. Take this out of here. I'll talk about that later. So here is just a plain vanilla sock, and I am using a US size 1 2.25mm Chauku needle. I'm doing magic loop for these, and I also am using the same size needles on the winter hike socks. So yeah, the colorway, the yarn is pineapple yarn, and the colorway is Mango Tango, which I bought on her website a long time ago. Here's the contrast color. So what I'm planning on doing for this sock, I just wanted a vanilla sock to have to travel. We're going to be traveling here soon, so I wanted to have something quick to grab because it seems like my projects are never in like a vanilla stage when we're going for a long car ride or whatever. So I just wanted to have something that I'm not really focused on finishing anytime soon, but just so that I have that easy vanilla project to bring with me in the car and wherever. So there's those, and then I'm going to smoothly transition into acquisitions. I got this neck lamp that, if you follow the Crazy Sock Lady on Instagram, you have seen this before. It is the same one. I bought it for knitting in the car at night, which I do a lot more often than you would probably figure. But I used to have a headlamp that it was really uncomfortable, and then it would leave like a box on my forehead. So like if we were making a quick run to Walmart or whatever, I had a huge red spot on my forehead and I didn't like that. And it wasn't very comfortable. But this neck lamp is awesome. It's very lightweight and the lights are just, let me turn it on really quick so I can show you. So the lighting is really good. It's a really bright white light, and then there is a yellow light, and you can have one of each. So I have been loving that. I use it. I bring it with me I keep it in this project bag with my vanilla sock. I didn't even show the bag. This is from the Stitching You, that I have my summer sock camp pin on from summer sock camp last year. So I just keep it in here, and I keep this by the door so that when we are going to the car, I can grab it. So yeah. And the link for the neck lamp, if you are interested, is in the description box below as well. I just got it off of Amazon and it was like $15. So I'm really happy with that purchase and I highly recommend it. So moving into books. Oh my gosh, I have so many books to talk about. So first up, I have Unsouled, which I have been talking about for, it seems like forever. I finally just gave up on it. I couldn't finish it. It just was not as exciting as the first two. It was not holding my interest. I felt like reading was a chore that I had to do instead of something that I wanted to do. So I finally gave up on it last week. And then I picked up Prized by Caragh M. O'Brien, and I finished it this morning. So I was reading this book for about a month, gave up on it, started reading this book, finished it in a week. So don't waste time on books that you don't like. That's the lesson here. So yeah, I'm taking both of these back to the library tonight, and I think my local yarn store also has a book club type of group, so it's not really like an organized book club, but they talk about books there, and yeah. So for March, they're reading the Anne of Green Gables series, which I happen to have, so I think I'm going to start that series next. I'm going to read Anne of Green Gables, which is funny to me because Anne of Green Gables was my first ever chapter book. I remember going to the store and picking this like huge, it was probably like this big, but it had like pictures and stuff in it, so, but it was just a kid's version of Anne of Green Gables, so I'm excited to get back into that. I don't remember anything about it, but I remember I liked it. I also watched all of Anne with an E on Netflix, and I really enjoyed that, all 2 or 3 seasons of it, so I'm looking forward to that. And then I have more books that I picked up over a couple weekends ago. I didn't record last week, but I think it was the weekend before last. So, but anyway, we went to one of our local bookstores to just go shopping. I don't know why we were out. We were just shopping because that's what you do. So I picked up 4 books for me, and I think I got 4 books for my friend, but I didn't bring those in here to show because they're already packed away for when we go to see her next. So I got Agatha Christie, The 5 Little Pigs, which of course I had to pick up because, you know, it had pigs in the title and it was Agatha Christie, so that was enough for me. I don't even think I read the description. I also picked up Stalemate by Iris Johansen, which is an author recommended to me by one of my friends. I have a couple of her books that I picked up at like a community sale where you could fill up a bag of books for like $1. So I have a couple of those, but I've never read anything by her. So, and that's what all of the books I got for my friend were. They were all Iris Johansen. So excited about that. And then I think probably my favorite is one that my husband found while we were shopping. It is a Doctor Who book. It is the Dalek Handbook. And it's funny because I mentioned on, I think, the last episode of the podcast that the Daleks are my favorite. So yeah, I found this book. I flipped through it a couple times and it's awesome. The blueprints for the Daleks is really cool in my opinion, but we're not going to talk about that for too long because I know that a lot of people are not fans of Doctor Who, so I will just move on. And then I also got Into the Water by Paula Hawkins, which I believe she is the author of The Girl in the Window, maybe? The Woman in Cabin 10. The Woman in Cabin 10, that's what it was, and yeah, that book was awesome. So I saw this one and I picked it up. So yeah, I have a ton of books on my plate for upcoming reading. If you've read any of these books, let me know in the comments below and tell me what you thought. I read all of your comments as they come in and they just mean so much to me. So yeah, I read them all. So if you have something to recommend, let me know. And then the last thing that I have to show, we actually went on kind of a spontaneous trip last Sunday or the Sunday before, and we went to the Butler Institute of American Art, which is about 2 hours away from us, and we just walked around for like 3 hours looking at the art and the different displays, and there were obviously tons of paintings, but there was also a bunch of like multimedia stuff and mechanical things, so that was really cool. And I picked up 3 postcards that I really liked. This one I picked up because this is an Edward Hopper painting, and one of my friends was sending me, she actually got a package of Edward Hopper postcards from a thrift store, so she was sending those to me for a little while, so I thought it would be fun to send one to her. And then I also found this one. This one is getting really blown out. Okay, this one is by Frederick Carl Friesig and is called Good Morning, which I just thought there's a better angle for it. I just thought this one was really pretty, I don't know. And then this one is by John Singer Sargent. It is Mrs. Knowles and Her Children. So, I don't know. I just thought that these were really pretty. They did not have the Renoir girl in the museum, but there was an enamel pin with the Renoir girl on it that I did not see until we were checking out. But if you know the reference for the Renoir girl, tell me in the comments below, because I know there is one person that is watching this that I know you know, and I was going to buy it for you, but we didn't, I didn't see it until we were already leaving. So yeah, so let me know if you know what that's from in the comments below. And then moving into chat, I feel like I just need to get rid of this section because I never have anything to talk about. But yeah, like I said, we went on a spontaneous trip to I don't even remember where we went. It was like Youngstown, Ohio, I think, and drove around. We also went to a botanical garden, but it said that it was an indoor-outdoor garden online, but only the outdoor part was open, so everything was dead. So there wasn't a whole lot to see. But we do have plans to go back there someday when it's warm outside and plants are alive outside. So that'll be fun, something to look forward to. So moving into shop news, I have one new print to show you guys. So this is the bunny bag, the spring Easter bunny bag which I did show in the last episode of the podcast, but that was with the purple inside. These ones have a pink gingham inside, which is really cute in my opinion. And then there's also matching Notions pouches for these ones. So I have the link down in the show notes below, and as always you can use the code KNITNOWSWATCHLATER for 15% off of your purchase. And I think that's everything. So thank you so much for watching. If you're a new viewer, welcome. If you're a returning viewer, thanks so much for coming back. If you enjoyed this episode, please make sure to like this video and subscribe to my YouTube channel. I share a podcast every 2 weeks, so until next time, happy knitting. Bye!